Alright, so boom. I'm out here. Thought I'd record this video because a lot of time I'm having a lot of thoughts, but not really manifesting them into things. See, I'm even going straight into slang, and I can't even reform, quote unquote, back and code switch and focus on being in standard English because I'm still like that kind of emotionally heightened level. I can't name the street because I'm too close to my yard. See, I mean, I can't even stick to like standard English for fuck's sake. Um, Obviously just bumped into like I guess a almost homeless guy getting kind of like mad aggressive talking about there's the lovely South Bank University there and mad aggressive about asking for money and not just like oh hey like oh yo you can do more than that kind of vibe. That's completely fine. I understand because yo like have you been homeless? Have you been homeless? Like you're watching this video. Have you been homeless? Have you seen the level of desperation? I've only come maybe 7 or 8 steps close to that. The closest I've come is when I was like quote unquote homeless in Canterbury, and the movements you want to pull just to get secure room, but that's different compared to what real life is like, you know. Especially when it's cold as fuck out here. Let's not forget it's January. Like, anyway, seems me mad aggressive talking, asking for money. I had a £10 note in my thing, but I thought let me pull out the coins. So I walk around with coins normally in my pocket, my like button pocket in it, and I thought that's the first thing I give. It's all ask for money. Bang, whatever's in there. If it's a pound, all right, cool. Might throw my 50p. I started even a scheme where like every time I buy fast food, I donate. I make sure like I donate. It's almost like a kind of offset. It's like carbon offsetting, but for fat and like that's the first thing I give quickly. When I'm just trying to walk, when I'm at work, I work outside, so I want to just like pump, get to the station, and then if not, if they're really like angsty, I'm like okay, let me have a look. My wallet, there's some coins in it. So I was like, yo, I'll give him a look. So he gets getting aggressive and stuff. Like, and of course, because this is London and we're talking about poverty line, you got to bring discussion about race and stuff. Like, like, I grew up with black people. Like, everyone has to mention, like, oh, I noticed you're black, by the way. That's always a thing. Like, these edgy man, no matter what, it's always a thing. Like, whether they're black, brown, whatever. And then there's such an intersection of social issues there, like, of identity and how we see other people, but also what world are you in when you're in that homeless world compared to quote unquote average person? I mean, average person who is housed and has the ability to be in the modern world exposed to different things and be seeing critiques of themselves as a person. Like me being like black male looking at like portraits of misogynoir, I get to see that. He doesn't get to see that. And I think the first thing I saw, so like keeps getting mad aggressive, and it's funny enough, right? By coincidence, I was like near Waterloo, and then the police truck came. It's not like I called them, but he got really weird. He turned around and clocked and was like, oh, like you look at the police and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, bless. Then I can't lose this. But so obviously, I'm trying to like de-escalate the thing and everything. But at this point, I've seen the police. I'm like, oh, I can't lose this. Then if he gets aggressive and actually like tries to get physical, it's GG. I'm talking like from where I am standing right now to where this like truck thing is. That's how far the police were. And he was standing in front of me getting aggressive, but like, give me the note, give me a note. Give me some note, do this, let's go, do as you're told, listen to your elders, kind of shit, right? I was like, sorry, I can't do that. I'm trying to get out of debt. I mean, I took this time by no means to get some food on the way home, but at the same time, and then that goes into my own questions like, economically, I could afford to give this guy £10, right? But do I want to? And then I kept telling him like, yo, this is not the way to ask for money, getting like mad aggy in it. I didn't say that exactly, but I was trying to insinuate that. And he kept getting like really, really aggressive. What I saw was that underlying like desperation, but also just like a real aggressiveness. Like it's gone too far. Like there's people like that. I think most people, I always argue, most people veer towards the side of being calm. However, those who are not are sadly perhaps beyond redemption. And then especially I start to think of myself like, wow, if this gets physical, is it peak? Of course not, because police are there, right? And then I'm like, sorry, I can't do that. Then he gets really, really aggressive. And then towards the end, like, system like, don't be a dickhead, like, and obviously he comes up with the classic like you black pussy, shit like that. So I'm thinking, oh, now this shit, and that's why I raised my voice. My earphones were still on, my Bluetooth earphones. I bought them for £11, by the way. Stop spending money on shit you don't need. You know, you don't need AirPods for more than £80. Anyway, that's different. But like, my AirPods are still on anyway. The video that I was watching, Expression Ooze, his Tottenham commentaries and stuff like that, I already like fully ran out. But that's when I raised my voice. Obviously, the other police officer came like back out of the shop after buying like a Whisper chocolate bar and shit like that. I'm not gonna snitch. Um, but that's when I raised my voice. I was like, oh, I see how it is. Okay, cool. And then that's the first thing I thought was, right? The first thing I thought, anyway, funny, we're right outside the first thing I thought was like, I think there's a kind of meme or commentary in the recent like year and a half on Twitter of like, fuck that BAME shit, you know, it's black and an Asian. I know, think because he's an Asian man. He looked, and I can't tell you where his family is from, but maybe Bangladeshi for example. I'm not, yeah. But even saying that speculation without any real insight from himself is. I mean, I'm not going to go deep into that, but fuck that BAME shit is the reaction that came to me. But also like, you try and help people, you reach out to them, and then you're not doing enough. And then it's the whole thing of charity in that sense of, because I'll do it, I'll give money to homeless people, is whimsical. And I realized whimsical charity is not enough. Whimsical charity should not be the foundation, but the support, the additional, the auxiliary to true systematic approaches of at what point was this man failed. If he's telling me he was young, like homeless at 16, like where was he failed? Was it in childhood and all that shit? Obviously, once again, I have to make it very clear that these are not outlines of excuses; these outlines of explanations, and thus create a sense of responsibility of what could we do next time, to make sure we don't have another situation like this in 2030 where young black male who just about is trying to get out of the bubble of mild poverty encounters aging vaguely homeless Asian man, and it turns into like a spout of anger and racial abuse, even in front of the police officers, and he just gets aggy as fuck. Like there's so many problems at hand that haven't been dealt with. But I always have to say that the world ends with you, and in that sense, like